This is a climate craze thank you to Joe Biden and his outstanding leadership in helping to save the Earth. As we all know, carbon dioxide levels were dangerously low until modern civilization began our CO2 recovery program. And under Joe's leadership, and despite economic slowdowns due to foreign viruses, CO2 levels are rebounding as they continue to skyrocket higher and higher. Way to go, Joe. And on top of that, Joe is leading the charge to produce even more CO2 by asking other countries to drill, baby, drill. Hey, Sarah, that must be music to your ears. Joe has asked Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates to drill more oil for us. Now, there are reports of terrorist activities from some of those Persian Gulf countries, but hey, just as long as they know how to drill oil. Additionally, as world economies are opening back up again, folks are going on cruises and airplane flights again, and that extra oil from OPEC is greatly needed. Mother Nature will greatly appreciate that extra carbon dioxide. After all, carbon dioxide is the breath of life, and we are all carbon-based life forms. Take away our CO2 and we all die. You know, it makes you wonder what those net zero folks are really thinking. But anyway, Mother Nature is putting that extra CO2 to good use, like greening the earth, especially the deserts. CO2 is a plant food, which helps plants grow faster and bigger, thus producing more food. And the climate is also a winner. The extra carbon dioxide helps cool the upper atmosphere as it radiates more heat to outer space. It also helps make more clouds, which cause more cooling as they reflect sunlight back into space. Life is good under more CO2. So let's all help out Joe and create more CO2 by firing up those holiday Barbies and by using those fireplaces as much as possible, both gas and wood-fired. And especially thank the companies who produce those fossil fuel creations called plastics, because plastics enable our modern society. And we should also give special thanks to the cement and steel industries, for they are major contributors to carbon dioxide creation. So every time you see a building going up, a road being built, thank the concrete and steel industries, for they produce CO2 that is needed to make life on Earth even better. On a final note, I think Joe fooled us all. I'll bet he always intended to increase CO2 levels with his Build Back Better program, which requires a huge investment in infrastructure projects. This will require massive amounts of steel and concrete, which of course are excellent sources of carbon dioxide emissions. So come on, Joe, make those OPEC countries get you the oil that you need for your projects. Get them to be more like Sarah and drill, baby, drill. Your infrastructure programs require lots of fossil fuel, and that extra CO2 is just an added benefit. So without those fossil fuels, your Build Back Better programs are a great risk. But the important thing to remember is that there is no climate emergency, and more CO2 is good for our planet.